Hello boys, good morning. Well, here we are again in a new lesson. Today we're gonna learn how to make an instrument. Remember that we're learning about music. And the name of this unit is Music in Our World. So stay focused, don't blink, and pay attention to this lesson. Hey fella, wait a minute. Are you saying that we're gonna make a homemade instrument by ourselves? I'm not very handy with these things. So, who's gonna help me? I'm not good at it. Hey, relax, man. This is not something to be nervous or to be confused, and I just want you to calm down, okay? This is gonna be very fun and we are going to learn a lot. Okay, so stay focused. Well, before we continue with the lesson, I want you to remember some things. First, what are the three main types of musical instruments? I know you know, we learned in one of these lessons. Well done. Stringed, wind, and percussion. Those are the three main types of musical instruments. Now I have another question for you. Can you name at least 10 different instruments that we learned through all this unit? I want you please to write down 10 different instruments in your copybook. You can stop this video to write them down. Well, remember that we're gonna make our instrument. This is gonna be a homemade musical instrument. So, what are we gonna do? First, I want you to write the following question before we create our instrument. So you're going to write this question down, and it says, do we want to make a string, wind, or percussion instrument? You're gonna write down your answer. Now I want you to write the next question. What things can we use to make our instrument? Remember that this is a homemade musical instrument. So try to use things that we've got at home. Now, do research to learn how to make your instrument. Use keywords such as homemade musical instrument, or make your own musical instrument. You can find information on internet. You can Google it, homemade instrument, and you're gonna see many instruments that have been made by different children. Okay? So, now I'm going to show you a homemade instrument that I made yesterday. This one. What is this? Is this a wind instrument? No. Is this a string instrument? Or is this a percussion instrument? I'm going to show you different examples of homemade instruments. For example, we've got this guitar. Here we have another type of instrument. Is this a wind instrument? I don't think so. And finally, we've got here another type of instrument. Is it a percussion instrument? Is it a wind instrument? Well, you know, okay? Well, through all this unit about music, we have learned many things. Remember that in the first part, we learned about vocabulary. And in this part we learned many words, many new words. After that, we continue with grammar 1. In Grammar 1, we learned about present perfect. For example, what instruments have you learned through all this time? Have you been to United States before? Then we learned about the differences or the different music styles between pop, hip-hop, classical music, rock music, jazz, blues, and many others. After that, we learned how to compare with different ways. For example, more loudly than. He sings more loudly than me. After that, we learned as well as. For example, I play the guitar as well as my brother. Then we learned better than. She plays the violin better than he does. And finally, we learned less or more often than. For example, he practices the piano less often than me. After that, we continue with the reading part. It's all music. And we learned about a specific instrument. The gusheng. Do you remember? And in this reading, we learned about the different types of musical instruments. The string one, the wind, and the percussion instrument. And finally, we learned about paragraphs of contrast. Remember that they show the differences between things. Do you remember the example of the guitar with the violin? Well, yes. We can compare and contrast them by their colors, the shape, the sound, etc. So, in this unit, we have learned many things. Well, after watching this video, I want you to complete this review in your student's book. This is a review of Units 1, 2, and 3. When you finish these activities, you're going to continue with the project of making a homemade instrument. Okay? Remember to send a picture of your project to my email of Mr. Vladimir's email. Well, I have to say that you have done an amazing job. All this time that you have been at home, I know that these have been difficult, but you have achieved and you have done a very good job. Excellent. This is all for today, and see you next class, and bye bye, regards to your family, see you next week. Bye bye and have a nice weekend.